The internet thinks the Kardashian era might be coming to a close. So despite breaking the internet and just generally keeping up with them for 14 years, it's speculated that they might be loosening their grip on their chokehold of the world. Now, it comes off the back of their rumoured no invite to the Met Gala, but fans have also stepped back due to their proximity to the AstroWorld tragedy in 2021, as well as Kim's support for Balenciaga. And aside from all of that, one thing is really clear, and that's that the Kardashian lifestyle is unattainable, especially in a cost of living crisis. The influencer role has been dipping its toes in very hot water this past year. Lydia Millen is probably the best example of this. She said in a TikTok that she'd be checking into the 5-star Savoy Hotel when her heating broke, and it was so tone deaf, it was probably how I imagined my own X Factor audition would go. Obviously, I'm being slightly harsh, but even where fans said her content provided escapism in tough times, the wide-scale, absolutely huge reaction to this showed that if we can't relate, we don't want to hear about it. You could say that the same goes for the old Brit crew. If you cast your minds back to the golden days of Alfie Days and Zoella, 2014 jumped on board because they could see themselves in the happy, positive, IKEA fairy lights lifestyle that they were showing. It wasn't about getting glammed up in extortionate designer bits, it was like boots hauls and what's in at Primark. But our attention span soon dropped off when Zoella launched that £50 advent calendar and Alfie Days tried to live off £1 a day. This standpoint does only seem to go so far though, and maybe Zoella's audience did have a timestamp, like it was an aging audience that now returned to her TikTok day in the lives for a hit of nostalgia rather than inspo. But then there's Emma Chamberlain. If you were looking at a big Venn diagram of influencers, Emma shares half a circle with the Kardashians wealth-wise, but she also shares half a circle with 2014 Zoella on the relatability scale. Emma is 21 and she's got a $5.26 million estate in the middle of Hollywood. And she's a businesswoman, okay? But you don't have to be Architectural Digest to see that it's spenny or it's dreamy or that it's to kill for. But obviously Emma came from YouTube beginnings and she's even been dubbed the front woman of relatable content. Back in 2017, Emma went viral after sharing a video of herself picking through a dollar store haul. And New York Times said Emma had set the tone for the way people talk on YouTube now, particularly the way they communicate authenticity. Emma's best friend vibe lands her outside of the criticisms of your average influencer. She's honest about her business's success and failures, and there's something about letting people in on that growth that suggests there's space for influencers living an unattainable lifestyle, so long as they're honest and own their wealth in a relatable way. Basically, she's allowing us to trust that that girl who was picking through that dollar store haul is very much who she is today. So all of that is probably how we've ended up at a point where de-influencing is on trend. Influencer endorsements are very much seen for what they are, and de-influencers are prepared to spend the cash for you and tell you what not to buy. So perhaps the Kardashian era is coming to a close, but I'm not that surprised by it. I don't think any of us expect Kim K to fill that online bestie role. But what do you think? Is the Kardashian era lagging because they're unrelatable, or is it something else?